Okay, YouTube, a short video on my radio bag. This is the Chameleon MPAS 2.0 antenna system bag that it comes with, and I use it for my antenna bag for all of my field operations. Right now it's empty. I have everything pulled out of it, but looking at the bag, it's good durable material. It looks as though if you rip it, the rip's not going to spread on its own. It'll sort of stop the rip. The zippers do not say K2 on them, but they very much look like K2 zippers, and I would argue they're probably about as good a quality as a K2. I don't expect those are going to fail at all. You can see that the stitching is very well done. Hopefully you can see that. The stitching is quite well done. It doesn't look like they've ran too little thread anywhere. It's got some tension buckles, a handle to carry from the side, a strap on the back. When you open this up, it has the two backpack straps inside, and a little back relief. This piece here allows airflow along your back so you don't sweat too much. This flap will roll up and by Velcro connect up here so that stays out of your way, which is really nice. On the bottom there's a pocket, and it comes with a weather shield, a bit of a rain protector in here. I won't pull it all the way out, but that's pretty thoughtful as well, I think. So all in all, for an antenna bag, I don't think I could have come up with a better pick. These are available on their website. I believe it's $50 American. Worth every penny if you're just going to buy and use the bag. Definitely go and check that out. The only thing I really have in here right now is just my logbook and the manual for the Chameleon MPAS 2.0 antenna. On this side, I have one of those HYS TC79 blade antennas folded up, and it's on an 18-inch piece of what is that, 1/8 inch by 1 inch aluminum flat strap. And right now the antenna is upside down for packing, but when I go to use it, the antenna will come off of here and go on the top. The coax comes off the top and goes on the bottom, connects to my handheld. And while this is in the backpack configuration, I'll be able to use 2 meter 70 centimeter. These are very broadband antennas. When you mount it to the piece of aluminium, it'll cover the entire 2 meter 70 centimeter spectrum for not just amateur but your commercial bands as well. So pretty much everything your radio will listen to, this antenna will perform well for you. They resonate very well. I believe it's a 5.1 dBi gain. And in my experience, it's beat every other antenna I've tried. The Nagoya, I've tried MFJs, I've had multiple other antennas, and this is just, it performs better than everything else. In this bag here, I carry a few extra items, and we'll get to that in just a moment. There's multiple carry handles on this bag, which makes it really easy to lug and muscle once you finally get it as heavy as I'm getting it. So what I keep in the bag is my VNA Nano antenna analyzer and the whole kit. I also like to keep a frequency counter. there's a few other things not demonstrated here that I have with this that makes it a little more sensitive for capturing certain frequencies. This is 50 feet of coax, and it's my spare coax. It used to hang my 40 meter, 20 meter inverted V dipole on a 1-to-1 bell end from my home antenna mast, but the recent weather has ruined that, so I'll be fixing it. Simple mount that you can bolt, nail, screw, or otherwise attach to almost anything to go on this antenna. The manufacturer, this is the Wolf River coil. This pretty much allows you to tune any frequency you want from 40 meters to 6 meters and everything in between very passively, just by watching your SWR, listening to your static, and operating the coil. These are quite well put together. They're very durable. I haven't had any problems with it yet, but I have not had these for a long time yet, so I haven't put it through winter paces or anything like that. This particular one happens to be the 40 meter coil, and I purchased that with this other one that I put up here because I'll be using it in a bit. That's the 80 meter coil. I ordered the pair of them from the Wolf River website, wolfrivercoils.com, I believe it was, and it was $115 American plus shipping. They arrived very fast in the mail. I had them within about a week or two, and as far as snail mail goes, that's light speed. The wire they use to wrap it is a pretty heavy gauge. It appears to be stainless steel, although I really don't know. You can probably get that off their website. And they're adjustable simply by moving this collar up and down. There's a number of different designs out there that are very similar to this and very similar name. But I mean, to each their own. Try everything. I've got a few other videos that I intend to do with these. I'm going to do some mixing and matching. I also keep a compass. These here are guy wires. I have a total of 4, 2 of which I'm sort of using at the moment. And what it is 3 16 gauge wires that's rated to go to -40. I twisted the ends together and I tinned them in solder and added the ring terminal connector so I could work with them quite easily in the field. Everybody needs a Gerber, so I keep that in the bag. I also keep a flashlight in the bag, though I don't ever do anything in the dark, but it's a flashlight. Get one. Put it in your bag. And then, of course, this is my parts kits, where I've got all kinds of different connectors in case I can't make what I want connect to what I would like. This pretty much has enough gear in it to make any of the standard connections. I also have a few more coaxes with different ends on it for using with those blade antennas. Those blade antennas are very good, but they're heavy, and if you put it on your handheld, you cannot set it down. So, and you're always afraid the weight of the antenna is going to loosen or harm the SMO connector. I highly recommend getting the antenna with the BNC connector and doing what I did here. The whole reason I did this was to get all of the weight of this off of my radio. They also make a much smaller whip antenna with the same gooseneck design. and it's considerably lighter, which is what I'm using on all my antennas, or on all of my handhelds now. But back to the radio kit. I have this antenna. I believe it's the 1899. I can't remember the company, but they claim it'll tune from 6 meters to 80 meters. I've played with it quite a bit just on the top of my radio box using the tape measure as a counterpoise, and I have not been successful tuning this antenna in many of the bands. On 40 meters I tune from about 7.285 up, and everything beneath that is it's just unfavorable. The Chameleon MPAS 2.0 long wire, I believe this is 73 feet of Teflon coated wire. This is quite high quality. I don't suspect I'll ever have a problem out of it. If it's one thing I can say for Chameleon, it's that their quality is something to be desired. And then of course there's the counterpoise wire. I think this is 25 feet, but I'm not sure. You'll have to refer to their website. I just can't remember. But very high quality, again, same wire. And I don't suspect this is going to fail me in the field at all. And then you've got the Chameleon MPAS Micro. This one's the smaller of the ones. When you purchase it, it comes white, but a simple can of rattle paint will fix that. The Shy Spike. And then you have the mill whip. This is copper, and it's, I would argue, military grade. If I could change anything about it, though, I would take the caps off of the bottoms of the stems where they are, and I would attach them to the top portion. That way water running down the antenna won't get into your connection, whereas this way it can get into your connection. They do provide you with heat shrink for all of the joints in case you're going to set this up on a long-term or full-time basis. You can heat shrink all of the joints and keep the moisture out of there. So they do recognize that as an issue, and they provide you with an easy mitigation. But again, if we could take these little coupling pieces off of the lower ends and apply them to the upper ends, then the water would never get in. It would just constantly run down. But this is copper, and it's great quality. Again, I don't think it's ever going to fail. The craftsmanship is quite well. This little nub comes off, and there's another threaded piece in on the inside. But you can tell the machining is well done, and some of the paint is scratched because I've thoroughly enjoyed this antenna. I'm getting my money's worth, that's for sure. Then you have the Shy mill whip extension. If you look at the machining of these pieces here, it's very well done. They use a roll pin to mount it, so that's not going to let you down. Yeah, like you're gonna have to get pretty rough with this thing if you're gonna try and force that to fail on you. And it's on both sides, so that's very well done with the roll pin. Nothing's gonna wiggle loose and give you problems in the field. There's also the coax that comes with the EmPass 2.0, and that has the ferrites on it. It's a very high quality, low loss coax. My backup coax is almost the same, maybe not quite as good a quality, but it's quite up there. The other thing I've included is these antennas are 440 ladder line, cut for the 2-meter band in a J-pole. You can find plans for these online. I followed that and it worked like a charm. I have a few other parts and pieces that aren't in this video that go with these for helping to extend the signal. And keeping with the it's guaranteed to fail, so 2 is 1, 1 is none principle, I made 2. If you're going to get into making these, and I recommend it, they're a really good packable antenna. If you have other hams in the family, they make perfect birthday and Christmas gifts as well. I'm cheap enough to use them as that and have a few times. And then I think I've already showed you the 80-meter coil from Wolf River Coils. And shortly here I'm going to do a video on these. So that's my Chameleon MPAS 2.0 antenna kit system for portable and mobile operations. I hope you liked it. Feel free to thumbs up or thumbs down, or leave a comment in the comment section. That's all for now.